Alrighty then, welcome back. Crowbot's Pilot Training Academy. Turn down the stereo. All my robots have really good stereos in them. I'm just kidding. These Bluetooth headphones. I'm just kidding. It's just a big speaker. Anyway, enough of that crap. So, I did some stuff. Come over here to the Paladin. I want to mention that I had a nice big torch on here. I don't think you guys saw the torches. I had a torch on either side of it just messing around. One of the torches though was level 9 or something like that. And when I got the other torch up to like level 6, all of a sudden my Paladin is sitting on the other side of the Bison. The Paladin was here and the Bison was there. And I'm thinking, uh-oh. Dude, no, I'm busy. I might have to like block requests for a while or something. I don't know if you can do that. He's also in level 2, and I'm trying to do a video on how you stay the hell out of level 2 because he wants me to come help him because I know how to play this game or something. Anyway, pay attention, you'll know how to play it too. So the point I'm trying to make in this whole video is if you get your bots in level 2, you're going to hurt yourself. The way to keep your bots out of level 2 is be careful how much you upgrade your weapons. I'm playing with this right now just to see how many of these I can take to level 5 before it pops me up above the Bison again. And I want to see if that puts me in level 2 or if I stay in level 1. So the idea here is the Bison right now is the robot that I have picked to gauge my level. The Bison itself is level 1. The Wasps and the Hornet, I do have the drone on it, they're all level 5. If I upgrade any of those to level 6, it might put me into level 2 play. So I don't want to do that. I want to stay right here. And if you want to stay right here so that you can build up the rest of your hangar by building all the stuff in here that you can, building as many of these robots as you can build. Do some of this before you get into level 2, because if you go into level 2 with just these regular, these kind of robots, you're going to get your ass handed to you. You can put some stuff on here, you can put some stuff on the Paladin, you can have some weapons by then, but my point is that putting yourself in level 2 just makes it harder to earn resources. And if you want to earn resources, you got to be taking first place. You're not going to do that in level 2 with these crap robots. So, just plan on staying in level 1 for a while. If you do want to move up, my suggestion is still to stay in level 1. Build your hangar up a bit. Get 5 or 6 robots, or 5 or 6 pilots. I think the 6th one's $5,000. Yeah, so $5,000 for the 6th one. It gets really expensive after that. The 10th one, I don't even know what it costs. It might be $1 million gold. I just don't remember. Anyway, the only time I would have ever gotten that was in the beta, where we had a bazillion gold. I can't remember how much gold they gave us, but it was crazy. When you needed silver, you just had to convert gold to silver. It was wild. It took like an hour just to build a 10 robot, fully maxed, 10 pilots, maxed weapons, maxed robots, with a few extra maxed weapons just to play around with. Speaking of playing around with weapons, I've got another weapon for this, just popped out of the oven. It is the matching to the separator, which is the strainer. And we're going to go ahead and equip that. And unfortunately, it's not going to be worth a whole lot right away. So I'm actually going to leave that on there for now. Seems like I just started like a 2.5 hours left on that upgrade, which is for the stuff on the Bushi. So the other thing I wanted to point out is now that I know that the Bison is just a hair under what it takes to go into level 2, everything I keep to the right of that is keeping me on level 1. As the robots get more powerful, as you upgrade things on them and whatnot, they will move all the way over. If I started upgrading my Mantis and upgrading the weapons on it to 15 or something, I think that you can have a fully upgraded Mantis with probably just about any weapon on it fully upgraded, and you'll still be in level 1. But what would happen is, as I upgrade the levels on the Mantis, it's going to start moving up in place. If it ever passes that, probably this one here, I'm going to end up in level 2. So what I'm doing now is I'm upgrading the Yamabushi's weapons. I got these 2 to get to level 6, and we'll see if that moves me up above the Watcher or not. But you can tell the power of your robots based on where they're located here. The Viking's really weak. If I put a drone on it, it might move up to where the Watcher is. I don't know if I put a drone on on this, it might do the same thing. It's hard to say. So that's a little bit of an education for you with regard to how you stay in level 1 or how you move around. I mean, if I wanted to put some, say for example, I take the weapons off of this. They're all level 9, right? I go over here and I slap them on this, and I put on the, you know, the big heavy that's real high level, and that bumps me into level 2. So maybe I want to play in level 2. Maybe I want to set up a robot set so that when I'm playing with a squad that's playing in level 2, you know, I've got a bigger, more powerful robot that's actually in level 2. So that's ways that you can tweak your power individually as robots, because it's basically any individual robot that goes above a certain power level puts you in level 2, period. End of conversation. Doesn't matter which one it is. Doesn't matter that you only got one. One of them does it, you're in level 2 play. So if you want to back out of level 2 play, take that robot that you put the 2 big weapons on and put some smaller ones on there and see if that brings you back down. If it happens that your next biggest robot's also on level 2, you're going to have to do the same thing with that. Just drop the level of the weapons that are on it. That'll decrease its individual power. You'll notice that it'll drop back down somewhere over here, you know. Anyway, that's how you do it. So I always like to throw down a nice little match, so you got something fun to watch at the end. And now that good stuff. I'm also trying to speed this up a little bit, because half-an-hour videos, who the hell wants to listen to me talk for half an hour? I know I don't, and I have to do it just to make sure I didn't say anything stupid, which I usually do. Anywho, choppity chop chop game. What else was I planning on talking about? I have no idea. Mostly I think I'll just start talking about how to play this game now at this point. So I always like to drop into Bison. Unless it's a big map, then I like taking something else. I always like going for the center flag in the drop if everybody else is dropping and the game's not 2 minutes old. Notice it says 9:45, 15 seconds. I'm one of the first ones to drop in. That's why it's always nice to have your first robot, your most powerful one, set up to go in first, whether it's the one you like playing the most or it's one you plan on sacrificing or whatever. Have the robot you like playing the most in the first slot, so you can tap that thing and get in. On the bigger maps, I tend to take the Watcher, just because it's got longer range on the top. It does some cool stuff. A little more powerful. If you can knock me out of that, you're pretty good. I've seen some pretty good players down here at this level that weren't like coming down from above and have lungs and DeLongs and whatever those things are called. You don't want to know what I think DeLong sounds like. If I can shoot at that, it's close enough. It's also walking very sideways. You'll notice I probably do very little damage to that. So, this is my favorite little spot right here on this map, hanging out in this little corner. So, let's see what we got here. Wait, that's one. Nope, I'm not even going to make it. Ooh, I did get him. Maybe. I'm just farting around at the moment. Let's see who's playing. Cyclops. I wonder if he was shooting for Cyclops. Nobody of any significance. Alright, what should we do with this guy? How about we shoot him? Notice I always try and get behind something as quickly as possible. Everybody's shooting at me. I also like to not put myself in a situation where I'm being shot at by more than any one given opponent. And when I put myself out forward like that, that is something I want to talk about, because it's something stupid everybody seems to do. When you jump out into the middle, you put yourself as a target for pretty much everybody on the map that has line of sight on you. If an AI's got line of sight on you and he's within range, he's going to shoot at you. So every AI bot out there that you are the nearest opponent to, they're going to be shooting at you. What we got here? There we go. Too much talking, not enough shooting. We're doing pretty good though. We're down one, so I'm just going to sit here and talk for a minute. I'm going to find a better parking spot. Throat clearing time. Oh, what's this? Somebody that healthy, that close to me? We're just going to have to fix that. Betcha. Oh, getting shot at again. Let's go this way. behind these big, thick containers that don't let bullets through. I was talking about something, what was it? Smoked too much weed, forgot all about it. I'll remember in a second. Oh, people coming down, pissed off at somebody. Like, people will hunt me. You'll see them coming in, this guy popping in, say he's coming right towards me, right? I mean, I can tell this guy's hunting me at this point. And he zips down into the middle of the map, and literally everybody on the map starts shooting at the dude. And it lasts about 3 seconds. It's like, you're not going to get very far playing that kind of a game because you just died. That badass robot you brought in is not going to do any good because it's got melted. Because everybody was shooting at it. So even if you're hunting somebody, play smart. I'm not wasting any ammo on this guy because that guy right there shot. 9 times out of 10, I go to shoot at somebody, which is 9 times out of 10, I go to shoot at somebody else is shooting at. By the time my missile gets there, the guy that was shooting at him shot him dead. So what are we down to 1-1 here? I'm gonna guess this is an AI, mostly because it says player underscore. That's all numbers, though. Maybe not. 10. Here we go. And this is kind of dangerous. Normally I wouldn't do that. I would have run from cover to cover. But I'm assuming this is the last one. So hey, there we go. That's it. All right. Don't feel vengeful. A lot of times I'll save up. I'll let my system reload. Get up to those 10 missiles. Just hoping somebody tries to land on my head, because in this particular robot, as soon as so you can see them coming down, back up. Always back up away from them coming to you, because they have to follow you. They can't get out ahead of you. You might be able to try that and, I don't know, make it look like you're going past them or something, but if somebody's coming down on your head, back away from them, make them follow you. If you're in a Bison, as soon as you see the very tippy tip top of their thing as it's about to land, hit your jump. As soon as you hear them land, there's a specific noise that you'll hear. As soon as you hear that land, hit your target button and then your fire button, and make sure you jumped backing away from them. If you do that, by the time you land, most of your missiles will have hit, and you'll get to watch them blow up. It's the most satisfying way of dealing with somebody who's trying to land on you. And I don't think they do any damage because you're already in the air by the time they hit the ground. So if you can master that, nothing I love more than watching somebody come down on top of my head, because if I've got a full load and I didn't waste it on somebody else, they're going to last about 10 seconds and they're gone. Anyway, that was a fun match. That's all I got to say for today. You guys have yourselves a good one. Like old Five is Alive used to say, see you at the beacon. Crowbot out.